In this video, we'll go ahead and spend some more time further refining the claw textures and start to add a little bit more dirt, some striations, and really just try to finish these claws out. Okay, so here's where we left off in Photoshop, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and pick a color that's a little bit darker than what we started out with for this back portion of the claw, and that's actually this color right here. So what I'll do is go even darker. Okay, and now let's go ahead and with my paintbrush, let's go ahead and try a few different looks here. Looks like a 1 pixel paintbrush will work just fine. And I'm going to go ahead and paint on this same claw layer with the lock transparent pixels turned on. And that way I can just very easily paint these striations in without having to worry about going into the skin texture. Okay, so I'm just going to really quickly go around, and whenever I'm making these striations, I usually tend to start at the beginning portion of the striation, and then similar to what I was doing with the wrinkles, start with a real light pressure and then build up the pressure as you go further back to just make a real nice clean striation. Okay, so I'm just going to really quickly go through and do this for pretty much all of the claws. Okay, just making these real subtle striations and make them a little darker toward the back. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this claw over here. And this part's going to take probably a little bit of time just because there's a lot more strokes that have to happen all the way around. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this one as well. And once I finish this particular foot, I'll go ahead and save the texture. We can update it in Maya, and we can take a look at what we've got. Okay, so I'll go ahead, and I think I've got one more claw to do. And like I said, this is really where having a pen and a digitizing tablet really comes in handy, to just be able to really make quick work of this. So let's go ahead and at this point, let's save this. Go ahead and go back to Maya and update our textures. Let's see how things look so far. Okay, so here's the textures now on the back feet. Okay, so things are starting to come along. We could always probably go in and add a few more striations into these areas if we needed to, and if it helps, you might also want to go in and just turn off this wireframe if it happens to be just getting in your way. Okay, let's go in and just continue working around. It looked like I needed to add a few more striations to most of these toenails. Okay, there we go. I might actually even zoom out a little bit, just because it's getting a little bit difficult to see my overall workspace. Okay, let's go ahead and add some more striations. Let's go ahead and save this and make sure everything is okay. Make sure I'm not adding too many striations or getting carried away. So let me go ahead and save this. Switch back to Maya. Update this texture. Okay, so things are looking okay. Not too bad. So we're starting to now get more detail and more striations and just these little ridges and bumps into the claw. And these will really start to come together at a later point in time when we go in and actually add the bump map to these and really make these realistic looking. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video at this point. I'm going to go ahead and add the striations to these front claws. Okay, and in the next video, we'll start to add some of the secondary skin colors to the body.